Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're having an amazing day, and today I'm going to talk about some stuff that's going on. So, number one, I sold my Slash on eBay. I sold it. It's gone. I've shipped it out. And the main reason I did that is because, well, it was my first RC, and I don't really have fun with it anymore, and I want to be able to upgrade to better RCs. I'm definitely keeping the Stampede. That thing's staying. But for now, I wanted to say bye to the Slash. It went back to where I bought it in Phoenix, Arizona. And so yeah, I got the money, and the last actually I don't know, but I'm gonna guess 2 months, I have been shopping for drones, because that's something I want to get into, and we're definitely gonna have some drone videos coming up soon. And I was just researching on the best beginner drones, and it's a pretty expensive hobby to get into. If you want to get in, if you don't want to get a used drone, they're really expensive, especially for a 14-year-old. So I found this Dji Spark. I'll put a picture right here. It just seemed like a really good beginner's drone. I got the Fly More combo, which is, I believe, $600. It comes with the drone, the remote, because you can control it with your phone and hand gestures. But I did want the remote for the responsiveness and just being able to get the really good shots. And also it comes with an extra battery, a bag, all the cords and stuff you need, and obviously charger. And I think that's all it comes with. I might be wrong, I might be forgetting something, but I'm also going to be getting some accessories separately. So that's what it comes with. Some details about the Spark. You probably have heard of it, but it has 1080p, 30 frames per second camera, which actually the camera I'm using right now is 1080p. So I wanted to get a 4K, but I mean, it's more expensive. I would have gotten it, but I mean, I'm already shooting in 1080p, so I'm just going to start off with 1080p. I'm probably going to get another drone later, but I just wanted to start off with something more basic. This thing has, I think I mentioned it before, gesture control. So take it off from your hand, almost like Star Wars. Control it with your hand. You can go like this to make it take a photo. Wave at it, it'll fly backwards. And it does this all automatically. I think you wave like this and it'll come back to you, which I thought that was pretty cool. Also, if you're on the go, you don't want to use the remote, you just got to pull it out real quick. Pull out your phone with the DJI Go app, and you can control it just from the phone. Well, I don't think I'm going to be doing that, because I just feel like using joysticks on your phone screen won't be as responsive, and I just don't know what I think about the whole phone thing. So I'm going to be using the dedicated controller, and you'll get a lot more range with the dedicated controller and more speed, because it does limit the speed when you're on your phone. So the Dji Spark has automatic flight modes, and you can find a better, more detailed description of these modes in another video. Definitely not mine, but basically there is a follow me mode, so you can set a figure or an object and it'll follow it. So just as an example, you can make it follow you, you could be on your bike, just going down the street on your bike. The next flight mode, course lock. So basically, take it off and you turn on the course lock, and even when you press the right stick upwards, it'll still go in that forward direction instead of going a different direction because you're rotated. That kind of confuses me. I don't really know about that. I probably did a horrible job explaining that, but that's what that is. Another one is waypoints. It looks like you can set a series of points, and it'll automatically go to those points while recording, so that's pretty cool. Home lock. See, I don't really get the home lock thing. Even with this description of it, I still don't get it. Comment down below if you know what it actually does. I'm still a little bit confused about that, but I'm going to skip that. Point of interest. So, set an object, so pretend it's, an example I like to use is just a lighthouse or something. Some object,
and you want to make sure the space around it is clear, and you can set how many feet away from the object you want to be and what's the height, and it will automatically circle around the object. And that would be pretty hard to do manually. Like, I don't really know, but I figure it'd be hard to do manually, so it's good to have it do it automatically. And I think that's all the automatic flight modes. There are other like modes, but not automatic ones. But yeah, that's basically an overview. You can get a better description somewhere else, but I just wanted to mention that. Now, the main reason I'm getting this Spark is the portability. Like, I don't really know what to compare it to, but I feel like it would be about this big. It's about the size of your phone, not including the arms or legs or whatever you call them. Just the center part is like kind of like the size of your phone. So it's really small, easy to take around with you wherever you go. And another reason is it just doesn't draw a ton of attention to you. At first glance, you might think it's a toy drone, and I feel like if you have like a big DJI Phantom, it's super loud, and if you just take it off from in a public area, it might be intimidating to some people that don't know exactly what drones are, and the huge camera hanging down from it, like it can be intimidating to some people, and you might get complaints or whatever. I just don't want to have those problems, and just to not draw attention to you. Like, the Spark is nice and quiet, it's small, easy to just get up in the air, and yeah, that's one of the main reasons. Another thing I want to point out is the battery life isn't as good as the Phantom or Mavic Pro, any of the Phantoms, really. The batteries obviously have to be smaller, so I believe they say 16, give or take. Like, it could be more, it could be less, depending on what conditions you are in. And you want more than one battery. I'll already have two, and I'm pretty sure they're around $50. So as long as you can get like 2, 3, 4 of them, you can just, when the battery's low, just bring it out of the air, land, and just replace the battery, get it back in the air. Of course, it's more of a hassle, and you might get less time flying, but as long as you have more than one battery, you're gonna be fine. Again, remember, I'm not like super knowledgeable on drones. This is gonna be my first drone, so if I say anything wrong in this, just leave it in the comments below. I might get something wrong. But another feature, I guess you could say, it has obstacle avoidance, so it has sensors on the front, just above the camera, and if you're flying forwards and you come close to an object, it'll stop, and so you don't crash. So I think that's cool. I believe it also has sensors on the bottom, so that it can, more for indoor, but also for outdoor, so it can sense how far it is away from the ground, so that you don't get too close to the ground and obviously crash. Some people, when they're considering getting the Spark, are like, oh no, it's not going to have enough range. With the dedicated controller, it has a pretty good range, like pretty close to the other drones that DJI makes. And you can also get range boosters, $7, $12 on Amazon or on eBay or wherever. They are supposed to help you get longer range, and also you're gonna get longer range in like wide open areas like fields, farms. If you're in a city and you have lots of interference, you might not get as long of a distance, but for me, I can't see myself ever flying super far away. Like, I just want to get some cool shots and just be done. Also, the Spark is a pretty fun drone just because of its size, and it goes, I think it said 30, 35 miles per hour, so that's fast for something this big. Obviously, the Mavic and the Phantom 4 can go like 40, 45. They can go faster, but I kind of like the small size. It's cool, especially in sport mode. If you have it in normal mode, it's not going to go that fast, but when you put it in sport mode, it will go like 30. Another thing I considered when buying this drone is, like, Michigan tends to be pretty windy in some places. Can be decently windy, and the Spark, for its size, does really well in the wind, as I've watched some videos on it, and it seems to do pretty well in high winds. If there's super high winds, like if you're at a beach, it's obviously going to be more windy. It
you might have a little bit of shaky footage, but it just depends on how windy it is. If it's just a normal breeze, normal day, it should be fine. It does really well, honestly, and I'm excited to see like how it'll handle everything. So my Spark is going to be arriving in about a week, I think it said. So stay tuned for that video when it gets here. And thank you guys for watching this video. I'm not the most knowledgeable on this drone stuff, but I did my best, and that was just a general overview on the stuff I think about when buying a drone. And yeah, roll the outro.